Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Brick by Brick podcast, joined today by DaBoozer. You guys may recognize him from the infamous shoe, beer, chug tweet. If you guys know, you know. And I believe he's doing something a little special for the kickoff of this podcast. So I'll let him do that. Hey, there he goes, another shoe chug. And he did warn me. He said that shoe is old.
Oh, yeah.
Damn, that was quick,
That was a good one.
That was quick. That was a good one.
That was a good one.
All right, so Steve or DaBoozer, I ask everybody the same question at the beginning of every episode. What does the green wall and OpTic mean to you?
Oh, bro, fam. Straight up fam, man. Let me tell you, like, the green wall is nothing but, like, you know, cool ass people, bro. Vibey ass, like, top tier vibes, you know? It's to me, it's about the connections, the networking that you can meet, you know? Like, I met you at Major 1. I met shit. I can't even tell you the amount of people I met from the green wall this year. You know, I feel like I've known them forever. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how, like, every tournament I've been to, every time I meet other OpTic fans, other green wall members, like, I feel like that's pretty much the thing every time. Is you feel like you've just known them for, like, forever.
Oh, yeah. It feels like, hey, what's up, man? It's like, I don't even know that guy, but hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up? Yeah, you were wearing an OpTic jersey? What's up? You're cool.
Yeah.
You passed the vibe check.
Even one of the guys, like, I mean, he wasn't technically, I mean, he says he's not Greenwall, but in my opinion, he hung out, he's Greenwall, but he's a FaZe fan, and I met him out there.
Big body bands. Taden?
No, not Taden. I've known Taden for ever.
Okay, I'm like, because he definitely he passed the vibe check for sure.
Yeah, oh, yeah. It's the guy that was sitting next to us at Major 1. Oh, my God, dude, I'm having a brain fart now on his name. I can't remember the name, but he's from Italy. And he lives in Florida right now. I'll remember it later. It will come back to me. But he's so fucking chill too, man. But he was like, you know, he's like hanging out literally in the middle of all the green wall members as a FaZe fan.
Is that Major 1?
Yeah, Major 1. It was. He was sitting right next to Taden. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Kind of a taller, skinny dude.
Yep.
Yeah,
He was literally the only other FaZe fan in there.
I didn't actually like meet him, but yeah, that guy was super dope. There was one point I was recording after one of the match. I don't remember which one. And he like turned around, saw my camera, pointed at him, and like tried to duck and get out of the way so I could get the shot. But the shot was him. Like I was trying to get him in it.
Oh,
because he was going like, I mean, a lot of respect to that 2 FaZe fans in the middle of like the actual green wall. And that was the same thing at Black Ops 4 Champs 2019. There was one E United mega fan that was just like in the middle of the pit of the green wall down on the floor.
Yeah. Oh, and I give them all mad props too.
Like the biggest
because, like,
respect.
There's 200 of us, and you know, there's 200 of us, and probably in the VIP section, right?
Yeah.
And literally these two guys,
there's like two.
Even when they're like before we reverse swept FaZe, right? When they were up the first 2 rounds, right? Like they're just talking shit,
they're
you know,
in your face.
Like just being, you know, just having fun with it, and like. It's 200 people versus 2. I just loved it, man. I love the camaraderie of it. You
like
know,
the 2 times I've seen that was Black Ops 4 Champs with the United guy, and then Taden and that dude. Yeah,
like 2 guys in a sea of green, man.
Yeah, big respect. So obviously you already mentioned it. The green wall OpTic, it means family. I think everybody that's listening, watching, everybody agrees, feels the same way. Share a little bit of your background. We've obviously been BSing for like 20, 30 minutes before we actually started recording. But when did you start watching OpTic? And like, feel free to tell us about, you know, gaming, some of the stuff that we were just talking about right before I hit record with like, you know, Halo and GameStop tourneys and stuff like that.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, for instance, like I started watching OpTic really, more. I watched like the videos, you know, when they were in the Scuff House and the 6050 or whatever, but like not as routinely as much now, right? Because like I was telling Astro, I took a break. Like when I was younger, I mean, I turned 30 next week, Wednesday. Just to let you guys know. Hey, May 25th, I turned 30.
If you guys are watching, listening, birthday. So happy birthday in the comments.
30 birthday, baby. So yeah, it's like, so when I grew up like at like when the games for me that were competitive were like, you know, like I said, the Gears series, you had Halo series, you know, Halo 2, Halo 3, Gears 3. You know, like the lands we did, man, was like the library down the street, 15 minutes down the street library, right? And then another one, we did a GameStop one, like, and that was the biggest one that I think we did was like $250 a person for GameStop. You know, we just bought fucking video games with it.
Yeah.
But like, you know, it's crazy though to see like I wish I was like, you know, younger, you know what I mean? Like around your guys' age. Like I feel like I was born a little bit like too soon or something, because when I was into it, there was no streaming, you know, like I'm sure there might have been, but it wasn't as popular and everything. Cause like there was 50 people maybe at these events we played at, right? Like, you know, we had like parents or like you said, the other team, you know, was probably watching. But I mean, now like it's just absolutely crazy. Like, you know, so I took a break. I'm a welder fabricator by trade. I've been welder fabricating for maybe 10 plus years, maybe 11 years, something like that. But I took a break. All I did was just work fucking 60-hour work weeks, you know, come home and just game. And we gamed on, you know, Modern Warfare 1, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, just with the homies. It mainly was no streaming. But what got me into it, like the whole gaming and competitive and like streaming again of it was PUBG and being on Mixer and shit, you know? And like, dude, I mean, it's been a crazy ride, man. I'll tell you what. And then like I've been following like since Call of Duty dropped, I think it was Blackout. It was what was the
Blackout
Warzone
was
map?
like Blackout was the first like battle
BR,
royale.
right? Yeah. The
during
BR
Black
for
Ops 4.
Blackout. Yeah, or Black Ops. Yeah. So that when they dropped that, like, open, like, okay, this is going to be pretty good, you know. And that's when I started getting into like watching competitive again. Like when, unfortunately, you know, that's when like OpTic and the whole Hex thing was like a little bit like the hiatus. You know, that's when Huntsman came around, was Modern Warfare, and that's when I'm like, oh shit. All right, I remember these guys. You know, these are the guys from back when I was fucking watching them. You know, so I'm like, they're still doing it. All right, let's keep watching. So then it was Huntsman, and then now back to OpTic, you know, and it's just like, it's been a cool full circle, you know, like I wish that like I would have been, you know, more into it, you know, when I was working and shit, but like it just consumed my life. And then I'll tell you what, I learned at a later age, you know, like, you know, don't work to live, or like work to live, don't live to work. You know what I'm saying? Like I love the grind of streaming and trying to make something of myself, you know, and like I love the grind of like the whole esport community and shit too, because you know, one day I truly believe this shit will be on TV, like on fucking like ESPN, TNT or something.
Yeah,
you know?
that 100%. They've already, dude, I remember like I work at Costco, right? And like a few years ago, my dad texted me like Overwatch was on ESPN. And this was like, I think 3 years ago.
Let me ask you this. Do you remember a TV show called G4 TV back in the day?
Yeah, they're back actually.
So, yeah, now they're back. Like a lot of people don't know that. Like G4 TV back in the day, that was for us nerds, you know, that was the like, you know, before YouTube. YouTube was always around, but YouTube was like, in my opinion, wasn't as crazy back then.
Yeah.
But like, you know, you had G4 TV with Adam and that I can't remember his host, but man, it was awesome. Like you had the fucking events going on, you had TwitchCon, you know, you had E3 being televised from there. It was awesome, bro. It was literally the best nerdy television ever. You know?
What I like about like that kind of era, right? If you're going early, let's say 2009 to 14 ish.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there is like, it wasn't like the cool thing. It was still this like secluded kind of nerdy, like really niche thing. And it's like now, like everybody wants to be a streamer, a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It's like the influencer, whatever you want to call it. Like everybody wants to do it. But back when I got introduced to like YouTube and everything, like I tell people would trip out when I tell them my first YouTube videos in 2011. And like, I just didn't pursue it regularly enough because I was like 14, 15 years old or something. I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
You want to know what my first YouTube video was? And not like, and I don't even know if I can find it. I can find it. I have it on my computer, on my parents' computer at their house. I have it there. I know that. My first ever YouTube video was for my high school, it was TV entertainment class or whatever. You had to edit it, learn how to edit. And I still don't fucking know how to edit to this day. But we did a show or how to safely light yourself on fire. Okay.
For high
Let me
school?
put it this way, chat. Okay. As a disclaimer, do not try this at home.
Yeah.
And there is no safe way, basically, to light yourself on fire.
I believe you.
So we made this video, bro, where I soaked my Carhartt, my dad's Carhartt jacket, my fucking Carhartt pants, in brake cleaner, and just fucking brake cleaner spray. And you see my buddy just spraying it and lights it. Dude, woof. Fucking, I'm engulfed in fucking flames, shit, running around, fucking just stupid shit, like, and it was so funny, man. Like, hey, I ain't gonna lie, I got an A on that fucking video. But
yeah, probably.
Like, it never went. I think I probably had like maybe 50 fucking views on it or something. But bro, like I wish like I would have known what it was. Like the knowledge I have today, I wish because I've always been a funny guy in my group of friends and shit. I would love to be an entertainer, like I said, the odds of me being a ninja or Tim the Tap Man, I'm not worried about that. I'm just trying to be me, Boozer, But like, and I'm like, man, I wish I had a camera all the time for the dumb shit we did, Oh my God.
My thing with that is like, I wish I would have known. I wish there would have been someone that was like somewhat within my reach that was a little older and could see where YouTube was kind of going.
Yeah,
and like, like the guy that started an online business in the late 90s and just saw like e-commerce before e-commerce, right? Like those people found wild success. People that grinded on YouTube from inception to
from
2000.
The beginning,
like
Mr. Beast. Like I love Mr. Beast as an example is because he went 7 years on YouTube before he had his first big hit video.
Yeah. So it's like,
and now look at him. He's the biggest YouTube sensation.
Like I tell, I'm like, had I just continued to upload from 2011 when I started,
you never know where you'd be at right now. Yeah.
Well, I think like just based on the way that it's grown, I think it's impossible to not at least do it full time. Maybe I'm not the biggest creator, but like, I think because of the way that it's grown, it's like you don't start then, be consistent and not get views.
Yeah, like you said right there, consistency is key though.
Well, it's like everybody at the time was viewers. There weren't as many creators on the platform.
Yeah.
And like
and now it's everybody's a creator.
Yeah. It's just a different, but like Twitch, or Justin TV, if you want to go back a little further, it's like this is way before just chatting streams or just regular IRL streams or God forbid the hot tub streams. This is when it was like strictly just gamers and nerds on the platform.
Someone tried telling me that the other day I should do an OnlyFans and do like fucking like.
Bro, I'm telling you, no, only dogs. And it's just dog pictures, bro. It's got to be a hit somewhere. It's got to be a hit somewhere,
bro. I'll take pictures of my corgi, man. It should be fucking.
People love corgis, man. I got my 2 McNabs. They're not
Don't judge me.
Now.
I'm a big guy with a corgi. Don't judge me.
Hey, man, everybody loves a corgi. All right, so moving on a little bit away from content. You've obviously been doing this a long time. You do some streams. We'll talk about that.
Went on 3+ years now. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll talk about like your content and stuff a little bit later. But circling back to OpTic, who is your favorite current?
Oh my God.
And your favorite all-time member of OpTic? The rules are that it cannot be Hex, just because without him there is no OpTic as we know it. But other than that, it can be like anybody within the organization. It could be a player, streamer, content creator. I suppose you could say TST if you want.
Okay. What about T2P?
Okay.
Team T2P.
I'll allow it.
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
That probably would, if I can't have Hex, it would be Team 2P because like, I mean, I'll tell you what, like Hex is one of the guys that like keeps me like going, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that dude is in his 40s and he's doing it still. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm at that age and I could still be doing something I love, bro, sign me the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, T2P, man, bro.
So would that be your current or your all-time?
What? For current? Right. Or all-time would be, if I could have Hex, it would be all-time Hex. Yeah. But like, I mean, so it's like, because second place would be T2P. You know what I mean?
It's always a fun question for me because it changes based on when people started watching. And like who the first people they watched were.
Well, I used to like the videos too that like Hex used to put back in the day. Remember like the Mexican candies and stuff? Or
I loved those videos.
The taco challenges.
I grew up in Southern California, so I have like a lot of Hispanic and like Mexican food influence, and like Mexican candy is still some of my favorite candy to eat.
I wish I could get more of it, man, because the only way I could get is ordering it. Yeah, like
Yeah,
I
it's
live
probably,
in Michigan.
I'd say it's probably hard
and,
to
like,
get up there.
yeah, it's like totally opposite side of the
Yeah, in
whole
California, it's
fucking
pretty
country.
easy to. Maybe if you remind me, I'll send you like a little crate of
Dude, I'm
Mexican
down for whatever.
candies and
Yeah,
stuff.
I like spicy shit. You know, as long as it's not like fucking, like burn my asshole spice. But I
See,
like spicy.
like if I just start thinking about like chili mango candy or anything like that, my mouth starts watering. Like it's so good, dude.
It used to be like that. I was a sucker for the sour heads, man. Like that was my go-to candy with sour heads.
Really?
I would, yeah, man.
the
Like
chili mango,
especially like playing, like
those the De
going
La
to like a
Rosa,
land or
little
something.
like weird chalky like peanut buttery type things. Ooh,
I've never had those. Yeah. See, I've had the Carmelos or whatever, like with little Carmelo candies.
yeah, it's
or
funny,
whatever you call
like
them,
especially
whatever.
because like they recorded all those Mexi candy videos in Chicago, which I imagine it's also kind of hard to get some of that Mexican candy up there, and it's not super popular. But like I was watching it, and I'm like, oh, I love that candy. That's one of my favorites. Like, oh my god, my mouth's watering. And then seeing their reactions, like people that hadn't even had them before, like
Yo,
the
let me
little
put-
what's the, I can't think of the name of it, but there's one. It's almost like a weird push pop type thing.
Oh, the one that you dip in the fucking goo, right? The one that
No, it's like
a
you like
sucker,
push
but
it
you
up
dip
and
in
like
shit?
it is goo.
Oh, I haven't seen that one. I
It's
haven't
like
tried that one.
Poporino. Oh man, I don't know. I'm not gonna Google it right now. But that's like probably one of my favorite, like kind of more low key series that they did.
Like one of my favorite videos was watching Maniac, Hex, and I think it was Flame Sword. They were doing the fucking the taco challenge. And what was funny, like literally like Maniac and I think it was Flame Sword or whatever, they're like, all right, we're going to the gym right after. They just smashed like 16 fucking tacos.
Damn.
Like, I'm sorry, I'm going to go to sleep for fucking a week. I'm not gonna go to the gym right afterwards.
Yeah, I'm
like,
gonna put on a movie and chill for the next few hours.
I'm like, bro, there's no
least.
way these dudes. I'm like, I was so like, this video is so long ago, but I'm sitting there at the end of it. I'm like, bro, show me the video of you guys at the gym. I don't believe you. Like, show me the video right after. I don't believe you.
I need to see y'all
like,
throwing them tacos up after you try to hit the gym.
Yeah, there's no way. Like Hex even says, I ain't going to no gym. I'm like, there's no way those two are going to the gym. And Hex ate less tacos. Like, no way.
Man. Yeah, those were good times. That's those are some of like my more cherished OpTic memories.
It's like low G days, you know what I mean? Like that. That's like I said, I wish I got to like. I wish for the life of me, man. I wish I would have just stayed with it all the way through. You know what I mean? But
Same.
like that, however
Like
many year
I
gap
try not
it was.
to like live with regrets. But like my biggest one is probably just like basically restarting my channel so many times. Like this Astro brand and like this channel I have right now that I started 5 years ago now is I think like my 5th or 6th YouTube channel.
Yeah. My biggest regret, bro, would be listening to the people that tell you that you can't do shit with fucking video games. That's my biggest regret because I tell you right
I don't think I ever listened to them.
I ain't gonna lie. I listened to a few of them, man, because that's what I mean. I went, like I said, I went and got a fucking day job, you know, for fucking 60 hours a week, just
like all the people like that.
Some people do that. I just can't do that no more, you know?
All the people that were like that, they were like, dude, I don't get it. Like, what do you watch video games? Like, what's esports? I'm like, why do you watch football? Like, why don't you go play football?
Oh yeah, bro. All my homies give me shit. Like
people be
when,
like, why would you want to watch? Why would you want to watch a video game instead of play it? I'm like, why do you watch the NFL? Why don't you get some pads on and go play football?
Yeah, why do you spend like 3-4 bands to go to the Super Bowl when I'll fucking spend half that and go see champs and where I don't know if I mean, you hear the rumor, right? I'm not going to say because we're recording, but you hear the rumor, right? Where champs is going to be at?
The one that was leaked on the flank, I think,
on Censor
Stream.
Yeah.
I didn't hear about that. I think it would be dope.
That is true.
I hope it's not true this year.
Why?
Because I, in order for me to go, like almost guaranteed to be able to go, it's got to be in like Anaheim or like LA.
Oh, I feel you there, bro. Listen. I'm down for either. I'm down anywhere. I'm down for either way. You know what I'm saying?
I really want champs to be in Anaheim for two reasons. One, I can pretty much 100% go. My aunt that I stay with lives 10 minutes away.
Mm-hmm.
Two, I think with the OpTic Texas Major, like where the CDL is as a league, and it's still kind of struggling as far as viewerships. It's still kind of finding its footing. Like an Anaheim event would just help so much. Oh, traditionally, it's like Anaheim just has those vibes and like that weight to it, and that competitive, that esports history across different titles, even.
Yeah.
That like, I just feel like it would help a lot.
The only reason why I would be hyped for the other option,
the rumor
is because I could knock three birds out with one stone.
Like
I
bucket
can see
list
the
things?
champs. Yeah, I can see champs. I could go to that place for the first time.
See, I haven't been there, which is
thirdly,
crazy.
I can see a UFC fight. I can see a UFC fight out there, which I've always wanted to see.
What's crazy to me about that is like, I live in California.
Mm-hmm.
You know how easy it is for me to go there?
Oh, bro, I know. That's what I'm saying. You can just drive there.
I've never been there.
You know how not easy it is for me to go there.
I know that's me on any non-California event.
It's a 2-day drive, bro.
Like, that's me any non-California event.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's too expensive.
Let me put it this way. I drove to for Major 2, right? I drove the 10 hours, right? And I did not think it was going to be that bad. But
Does 10 hours seem like a long drive to you?
No. It's not bad. It's seriously not that bad. But by yourself, yes. With no one else in the car to talk to,
true.
Yes. It's boring. And then B, don't go through fucking Chicago anytime from 12 to 5. Let me tell you that right now. I was sitting in Chicago traffic, dude, for like 2.5 hours. It turned a 10-hour drive to like 12 and a half. I was like, oh my God, bro.
I don't know. I was born in Southern California. I'm used to like LA traffic. That's just like a normal Tuesday, you know?
It's normal Tuesday, bro. He's like, no, I told you I live like a small town. We got like no cars in the street.
I don't remember who it was. I was talking. I think it was on the podcast. It might have been the Avenger because he's on the East Coast. Mm-hmm. But it was like at some point I just made the realization that like California is a long, skinny state, and I drove up and down this motherfucker.
Country, basically. The whole country.
Yeah, like I've drove up and down this motherfucker my whole life. Yeah. So like for me to drive like home, which I still consider like Orange County, Huntington Beach home, just because that's where I kind of grew up. That's like an 8.5 hour drive. I've made that my whole life. It's almost like nothing.
That's like Michigan for me, man. Like I've been Michigan all my life. It dawned
on me that people on the East Coast, on these small states, if they were to drive 8 hours in one direction, they'd be like 4 or 5 fucking states away.
Well, it
depends on the state and like the direction.
Yeah.
But like, it just blew my mind to think about it.
Oh yeah.
And then someone, it might have been Jess when I had her on because she's the only UK. No, I had Incisive as well. It was one of the UK guests. They pointed out that like if you drove like 12 hours in one direction, you'd be like 2 countries away.
Whole country, you'd be 2 countries away. Yeah. No
and
shit.
I was like, damn, I guess California. I mean, it is the 3rd largest state, but living here, you just don't really see that.
Yeah. I can tell you that's the only reason why I stayed in Michigan for so long. Like I love the state of Michigan, but I mean, like, if we didn't have the UP, for instance, the Upper Peninsula, I probably would have left the state because it's just so boring in the Lower Peninsula. Like, I'm a big snowmobiler. I love snowmobiling in the snow. I love winter. So
nope,
the further up north you get, the more snow you get. So like, you know, if we didn't have the UP and shit, like, bro, yeah, I probably would have left Michigan a long time ago.
The one snow thing I've like never tried, but I think I'd really enjoy snowboarding.
Snowboard's fun. I mean,
like,
my big ass is sledding. I just sit on the sled, you know.
Surfing, and it's like it just seems like it's the closest thing that you would get to surfing. Like the movement seems similar. I don't know, but I've somehow never tried it, and I think the mountain's
You're not gonna get eaten by a shark.
It's only like an hour away from me to like get to the mountain. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But what
else?
It'd
be a good time, bro. It'd be a good time.
Like rolling it back right with the favorite OpTic members and stuff. How I said like it's interesting because everybody started watching at different times. Yeah. Like my favorite members are always D-Treat's my favorite all time. Like I started watching when they were a sniping community. Is my favorite sniper of all time. And then Big T, just because the dude's hilarious. You see Big T, you gotta leave a like. And then Karma, just because like, Karma, he's entertaining. He's chill.
Bro, he's so chill, bro.
But like, he's literally good at every game I've ever seen him touch.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Then granted, there's a lot of professional players that just have that, right? Yeah. It's like if you're a pro level player, like you should be in FPS, for example, you should be able to jump into pretty much any shooter and be decent at the very least.
Well, it's crazy what I say, like for when it comes to like that, right? Like, cause like those guys are Call of Duty players, right? But when they could transition, like you're saying, like any first person like transition to, but when they could transition from Call of Duty to like Halo where you got fucking shields and shit and still wreck, and then like you could go to Apex where you're fucking it's team based and
now
you
you're throwing
you got
some like
fucking ability
ultimates and
based and shit.
yeah.
And they're still fucking frying. Like I watched Karma the other day playing fucking Apex, and I was like, "What the fuck, yo?"
Yeah, and like, and then you have like Dashy and like
Dashy on Valorant, which is
and like
nuts.
Formal, and even like Karma, like when he plays like mouse and keyboard games, like when he played PUBG and like Fortnite when it was on PC and stuff, like they're just nasty.
That's one thing I wish I could do more of is M&K. I unfortunately can't
because I of mouse.
I don't have feeling in these fingers.
Really?
Yeah.
Welding accident. I'm calling it.
No. So that was just a dumb accident. Like, I mean, it's just was a dumb accident.
We don't got to go into detail.
Yeah.
I just assume because like a lot of people that work in like manual labor jobs, it's like it's really only a matter of time before
I got burns all over my body, dude. Yeah, I got burns all over my fucking body from welding. But like, yeah, that just was just from a dumb accident, and just now to this day, I just don't have feeling in them. So it's just that's nerve damage. Weird, but
see me, like I can't keyboard very well. My mouse aim is like decent considering how little I spend on it, but my movement's so trash.
Well, that's why I love hearing about all these, like when you see all the Twitter people getting at it, right? When about the mouse and keyboard compared to the controller. Thing. Yeah. It's like, bro, like okay, I get we have aim assist on controller, I get that, but you guys get this little fancy ass fucking button on the side of your mouse right here that lets you hold it and get no motherfucking recoil. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like one of those slows down your aim and shit. It's like, so I mean, in my ways, it's like, okay, well, you get an added button.
Well, and like
that slows down your shit. You know what I'm saying?
And like you can like key macros and stuff.
So
like
I always say it's just wishy washy. I always just say in my eyes, it's even. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to fucking split it, just do controller against controller, and then do keyboard against keyboard.
There is aim assist. You want to know where that helps me the most? At close range gunfights. You want to know what happens anytime I'm at fucking mid to long range? I don't stand a goddamn chance.
Yeah, your aim assist don't do shit.
Yeah, like I'm like, so you guys win half the fights and we win the close range. Like I don't know.
I love seeing that shit, man. It's just it doesn't bother me because, like I said, I'm neutral on it because I know people from both sides.
You know what does bother me?
Yeah.
Okay, since I think this is really something that's blown up with Warzone, which, by the way, I don't like Warzone at all. Not a Warzone guy.
Not anymore. Not right now. It's so
but
dead
like
state.
Warzone since release has obviously had a lot of cheater related things in the game, a lot of hackers and whatnot in various ways, like full on walls down to like the Cronuses, right? Like varying levels of cheating. But I think what's resulted in that is, and I've got friends that do this shit, is like every time people die, like no one's ever like, oh, he was better than me and I played like shit. It's always, dude, he's cheating.
I know.
He was cheating, man. He had to have been hacking. Like that was sus. I'm like, bro, like that was just a high level player beat your ass.
Oh yeah, I hear that shit all the time. Like especially like to my homies Beastly and like my buddy Known Convict. Like those two guys are like the sweatiest Warzone players I know personally. Like, and they get it all the time. Like people like. I always say this: you're living in their head rent free, you know, because like if they're coming to your fucking chat and and throwing that like they're obviously not taking the time to actually go to COD Tracker and look at your shit. Because if you got over fucking over at least 100 days and probably 50,000 kills and whatever, you're probably legit by now. There's no way you haven't been caught by now is the way I look at it. I mean, if you haven't been caught by now, fucking your time's running up.
Like, if you have like one account with that much time on it, then you're probably legit.
Yeah.
But if you have, maybe you've got 100 fucking days or some shit, but it's split across like 10 different accounts because they keep getting banned.
Yeah.
It's a little
sus there. But like, I mean, there's so many ways you could clear your name these days too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get people that have come to my chat, and let me put it this way: if you think I'm fucking cheating, man, good God, your ass. I'm just saying.
See, I wouldn't do that now, but like back in the day when I played Call of Duty a lot, like Modern Warfare 2 through probably AW, like I'd had a lot of people message me saying, "Oh, you're cheating." I'm like, no, I just
all the time, man.
I've got 1,000+ hours in each of these games individually. Like I'm putting like 30+ days in a year on this game.
Oh,
like
you get
at
that
some
shit,
point,
like,
you just got to not be shit anymore.
it's stupid. You know, that's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, hey, you're living in their head rent free. You know, like I'll show my task manager, I'll show this. You know, there's so many fucking ways that like you could prove your innocence. You know, like that. Like for instance, that one guy that at challenge, I just can't remember what his name was. I think it was at challenge. Someone thought he was cheating. I showed up. Or no, it was OpTic. I'm sorry, it was OpTic's Apex team.
Did someone think
Skittles.
one of those guys they thought Skittles were cheating?
So people were saying Skittles in the Apex community supposedly was cheating or whatever, or was sus or whatever. Well, now OpTic picked up that team, you know, before the ALGS event or whatever. Dude shows up on fucking land. What's he do? He fucking frags out. You know what I mean? I mean, a zebra has stripes. What is it? Like, what the fuck?
Like probably like one of my biggest things in the entire, like, I'd say I'd go as far as just like the whole gaming community. Because like people are so quick to say someone's cheating now, instead of just like realizing that, you know, they were better, or maybe you're evenly skilled, but maybe you made a bad play and put yourself in a bad position, so you got fried. Like, and then every once in a while, it's like sometimes you just get shit
happens,
on.
Man.
Sometimes
there's shit that happens. I mean, like I fucking, for instance, I killed Mutex one time. Fucking jump in hospital. Listen, I'm not bragging about it, but I killed Mutex one time. I'm sure, you know, like I'm a average player. You know what I mean?
Like 9 out of 10 times he fries you.
9 out of 10 times he's frying me. You know what I mean? Like it's just one of those things. You know, it's dumb at points. You know, I like watching it. You know, because like you see all the content and people are getting uproars about it. You know, it's just bullshit. It's just bullshit to fill the Twitter feed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like it's. You know, there's so many ways to prove your innocence, and then there is other ways to get around it too. Because then I've been hearing these things on Twitter. People are saying that this one guy was cheating, and when they were doing the PC scan test on him, he was running a 2 PC setup, kind of like what I do. I run a 2 PC setup for streaming though. But this guy was running a 2 PC setup, so when they went in to do his PC tech specs or whatever, or tech test or whatever. He showed the one PC, nothing was on it. Then he would upload the other PC with the game on it that had the cheats on it, supposedly. Well, in my eyes, as an organizer or someone that's putting on the event, I'm looking at both fucking PCs that are hooked up.
Yeah, like why wouldn't you run both?
Like, what? Yeah, that's what that's what I'm saying. Sometimes I feel like it's just bullshit out there just to, you know what I mean, just to stir some drama. Like it's a dry day, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but dry media day. Need some more headlines.
Listen, if you cheat out there, just stop. Just stop doing it and just fucking have fun with the game. Just stop cheating.
I'm a little hypocritical though, because if I'm the one that says maybe a guy's cheating, I believe it. But it's only because I almost never do it.
That's what the same thing. That's what I say. I very rarely will say it. I won't even say he's cheating unless it's full blown.
I'm like first to admit that I did something dumb. Yeah. Like, dude, I don't know he's cheating. And then like he'll kill me a couple of times and I'll be like, I don't know, bro. He just seems like he's really good. Like, I'm like, dude, have you tried like coming at him at a different angle? Or like have you tried switching up your game to see? Yeah. It's like
exactly.
It's like you
go
just
back and rewatch VODs. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so many cheaters that are like really good that makes it look like it's not. And then there's people that are not cheating, you know, that are plain and simple, not fucking cheating. Like the only people I call a cheater is, you know, when the guys that are blatantly fucking, you know, fucking knocking dudes out of the air, just clicking on shit. Like, that's what I say. You know, if anything, like other than that, I'll say,
I'm like, listen. When there's people as good as like Shroud, when it comes to just like strictly like flicking and aiming and stuff, it's like when you have people like Shroud and Huskers, is another nasty one.
Z-Laner.
Who else am I thinking
I get a kick out of all that bullshit. You would beat Bad Boy B.
Fuck, what's the guy's name?
Tommy?
Starts with the S. His gamer tag starts with the S.
And he plays Warzone?
I think that's where he really blew up. Can't think of his name right now. But it's like, if you have people at that level, like, no one's saying that they're the only couple of people that can be that good.
Oh, no, fuck no. I mean, dude, look at all of them. You got the Baka Bros, you got fucking Tommy, you got the Noob Squad, you got all of them.
There's a chance that the other person's just better than you.
Let me put it this way. One of the best ones, it was the Rebirth one.
And
the
if you're
Rebirth
doing this
Call of
full
Duty.
time, right? If you're streaming and you're making content and it's your full time thing,
Yeah.
like guess what? That person's able to put in however many hours a day on the game getting better. And if
Yeah.
you're working a full time job, you can't come home and say he's cheating because he blasted you. It's
Yeah,
like, no,
yeah,
you only get to
yeah.
play 3 hours a day.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I feel it, dude. Trust me, I feel it. I mean, like it's like with the like the Z-Laner, like I said with Z-Laner and Bad Boy Beeman, like all that bullshit. Like that guy's trying to give Z-Laner a bad rep. I'm like, bro, Z-Laner's been around in the game for like, in my eyes, why would someone risk it?
yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's
Someone
the other
risk
thing.
it with all that, like,
Although you do have
clout
some of
and
these
everything
stupid
else.
people that are like risking it for like content.
Yeah.
Like
I
there
don't
was,
get it,
I
man.
can't remember who it was. There was someone that had been around for a while and like they are legit, but then they like installed hacks for a video and then got banned because they had hacks.
Well, look, FaZe Jarvis did that
Was
shit.
it? Was it? Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I was
Jarvis
like, it
did
was
that on
someone that
Fortnite.
was like
and then
really,
made
really
a fucking,
big.
and then cried his ass off because he got banned on Fortnite. I mean,
Yeah, and it's like he
listen,
was legit.
There's an old saying. You play stupid games, you get fucking
You dumb
stupid prizes.
yeah, exactly. And he played a dumb game.
I just like it's common sense. I don't know if it's just me being an older guy nowadays or something, but bro, like sometimes I feel like people just lose their common sense. Like, all right,
the
it's
older
got
I get,
cheat in it. You know what I'm saying? Like cheating
Yeah.
is frowned upon. Why would you fucking do it in the first place?
The older I get, the more I realize that old saying of common sense ain't so common.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah, common sense. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. But like, you know, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make the motherfucker drink.
That's right. So, all right, circling back, rant over.
Rant over.
Just talked about a lot of stuff right there. Going back to OpTic and OpTic history, and someone that's been watching as long as you have, because you've been around for a while. What
Thanks for
would
calling
your
me old. That's a short way to call me old.
No, sir. Because that means that I'm old. I've been watching OpTic for longer than most people I talk to, and I'm 26.
You've been watching probably longer than me. Yeah, I was just saying.
Yeah, I've talked to people older than me that have been watching as long as me. So, but
You got
what
in
would
the
your
early game, man?
What would your top 3 OpTic memories be? And they can be again from anything. Like a lot of people like to go with event wins and stuff. But I've also had people name just like a really memorable piece of like content, or like Avenger said something out of like a Hex vlog once, was like in his top 3.
Yeah.
So
I would say for me, number 1 would be the Major 1 event, just because I personally was there and
was
I
that your
personally
first
got to
event?
experience. So that was my first Call of Duty event. Like I said, I've gone to other events and lands. Like I've gone to PAX, I've gone to the Chicago event. I've gone to a couple of different events up in Detroit. I've gone to the Halo events, you know, back in the day.
I want to go to
like
an Infinite event.
If you want to go to Orlando, let me know. I want to be doing the Orlando event probably for sure. But if you want to,
talk about cross country.
Let's say you can fly to me, you can drive then, because I'm driving that shit. It's not a bad drive. But like the number 1 would be easily the Major 1 experience, just because I got to go on a trip with Tayden, Galaxy, Tayden, which is Big Body Bands, Galaxy, my buddy Aspera guy. Those guys I've never gone on a trip before. I've never
Aspera a dope dude.
Aspera guy. I've never even met the guy in person. You know what I mean? Known him for years online. Never met in person. That was the first trip we ever did.
I met him for the first time there. He's a dope dude.
Oh, he's awesome people, man. He's one of my he is my main editor now. He's one of my good homies. Like I said, like that event for me just personally like just was game changing. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like from the shout out on his fucking from Hex's podcast, from the Shoey like it just mind blowing. Just a surreal experience. Like I said, I woke up
what's the shout out on the Hex's podcast?
So you didn't. So the podcast after the Major event, they were talking about it, and he gave me a shout out saying about the Shoey and shit.
Okay, I thought you meant a spare guy.
Yeah, no, he gave me the shout out. So like, that's what I'm saying. Like I just was shocked with like, you know, the whole week in there was just surreal.
Yeah.
Like, and then I would say, you know, number 2 would probably be for me is like probably Hex getting OpTic back, because you know it was Huntsman, like what I said, like when I got back into it, like really watching again, it was Blackout and Huntsman, you know. So it was the LA OpTic, or who the fuck I don't know who owned them at that time, but So it was Huntsman. So that's why I'm like, hey man, it's all the OG guys I used to watch back in the day. So hey, I'm a Huntsman fan right now, you know? So when Hex got OpTic back, that was fucking just surreal because all the OpTic gear I had and shit that meant shit again. You know what I mean? Like I got just like some of the fucking like I actually got one of the LA jerseys, OpTic jerseys. I don't know if it's in my closet. I can't remember where it's at. But it's just made all that shit even special again. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then probably number 3. I don't know, man. That Scumpy winning the World Series of Warzone was pretty fucking nutty, man. Was pretty fucking nutty. I mean, just watching everybody's like POVs of Scumpy winning it. Like you had every top Warzone guy in the world in it. Huskers, Aiden, Tommy. You know, you had everybody in that shit. And a CDL player, Scumpy, the fucking GOAT, comes out on top. Like everybody, like even when Z-Laner was watching the scene, like it just gave me goosebumps, right? Because you see the guy go up in the chopper, right? And you see the OpTic camo and the OpTic everything, but you don't see the name. And so fucking Z-Laner sitting, he's like, oh, bro, I hope, who won this? Who won this? You know, and he's like, trying to figure out. And then it says Scump. He's like, oh my God, fucking Scump. Like, it just was surreal, man. It was awesome. Awesome. That would probably be number 3, man, with seeing him win that.
Yeah, that one, the more I think about it, like the more crazy it is.
Yeah.
Because I haven't played Warzone really since after the first like year. Like basically like once Cold War came out, like I was pretty over Warzone shortly after. So like I haven't kept up with it or like any of the streamers or any of the big names or like the professional like Warzone players. Yeah. So to me, I'm just like, dude, a Scump. Of course he's like it's Scumpy. He's the guy I started watching in like 2013. Like he's the king. Yeah. I've seen so many great moments from
he's
him.
The king, man.
Like,
but like when you're going in there thinking of these Warzone guys,
it didn't seem that crazy.
Yeah.
But like the more I think about it, the more I hear other people talk about it, the more like Scump and like the OpTic guys talk about it, like the crazier it actually is that he fucking came in and actually won it.
I mean, he 1v1 Aiden in the end, and Aiden and a lot of people's opinion like is probably the best guy.
Like
probably one of the probably top 5 easily.
Yeah. I actually met him at very briefly at Cold War Champs.
Oh really? He seems.
I might have got a picture with him. He was super chill, but I was also like I saw him. He had his jacket said Aiden on it, so like I knew who he was and I kind of recognized him. But I also wasn't like I'm not a big Aiden fan, so I didn't really make a big deal of it. Whereas like a lot of other people, they were like, "Oh my God, like let me get a picture." I was like, "Oh, what's up?" Like
that's how it was when I went up to Bobby Poff at Major 1. Like we I think it was
same
Friday
thing. Like
night.
you walked right past. Like I had multiple encounters with him, but I was just like, I don't really watch you, so sorry.
I got a picture. Well, I watch him, but I mean, like he's cool and all that, but like I got a picture with him, but like I wasn't like, you know, like so crazy about it. But you know what I'm saying? Because like I've seen I literally seen the guy every day, and then we the one night Friday night, right? Like I don't know. I mean, everybody else that lived around there, they might have drove there, got out of there early or whatever. But like Bobby Poff, for instance, and Z-Laner, they were waiting for Ubers every fucking night with us. Yeah. So every night we're like the last ones there waiting for our Uber because we're just waiting till the end, you know. And there was times that we chatted with him for like a half hour to 45 minutes, just bullshit, you know, talking about fucking, you know, what the weather out there, and I think he's in North Carolina, I think it is.
But like, I think one of them is, yeah.
Yeah, it's just crazy, you know. Or like we were talking to Z-Laner because he's up in Canada, and I'm like, oh yeah, bro, I'm used to that weather too, you know, because I'm in Michigan, you know. So like it's just I mean, and what's crazy too, like we've talked to, like earlier in the podcast, you know, like was the fan of him, you know what I mean? Like my dad and I look up to professional athletes too, you know, like I got Darren McCarty and Jerome Bettis on my back wall, my 2 favorite basically pro athletes to ever do it, you know. But like looking at those guys compared to gamers, you know, people know who they are. Now everyone knows who Scumpy is. You know, I couldn't go out to my.
It's like,
you know,
like Scump can still go places and not have everyone like come up to him,
swarm him. Only nerds. You know what I mean? Like,
Whereas like
that's what I'm saying.
Pro athletes, celebrities, right? Like Kanye can't go anywhere without being swarmed. Like, So
exactly. That's what
I mean, it's definitely going to get to a point where it is that, but because it's not there yet, like you still get these really down to earth moments that are super chill, and like a lot of people, especially like Laner, who had like already made it, but then you get signed to OpTic, which is like its other version of making it.
Just cherry on top, you know?
Yeah. And it's like, and also when you join OpTic, or really, I guess, any big established organization, is you get a complete influx of new fans that like maybe they watched you before, but it's like, oh, now you're part of OpTic, or now you're part of FaZe, and it's like they just love you even more.
Yeah.
Like the people are always so receptive of that. And like a lot of them always have this idea of like, man, like it really is the fans that like let me do what I want. Like if you guys could all just stop watching one day. So like literally thank every single one of you. Like they're always so like humble and down to earth, and I don't know. It's something that's I think really
crazy, man.
It's something that no one in the ages of 15 to 40, maybe even 50 has experienced that before. Yeah. Because any other sport has been around so long now. It's like there probably was a time in early, NBA, NFL in like the 50s or so where like, they were these pro athletes, but they didn't really have as much celebrity status. Yeah. And it's like
have you watched that. Did you watch Hex's vlog of when they went to the Mavericks game or whatever, when they were on courtside?
No.
So what was funny about that
was like, was that yesterday's vlog?
No, it was a couple days ago. Yeah, it was, but I can't remember exactly when. But what was cool about that was like even M. Bose was saying on their podcast too, was like people were coming, like the players, basketball players were coming over to Scumpy and be like, "Yo, man, you're the GOAT. You're the best. This and that." And like Scumpy don't know who they are, or like or like M. Bose was saying, he's like, I would go through. Like people that are following Scump and Scump's not following them or something. It's like Michael Jordan following Scump and Scump not knowing Michael Jordan.
Now.
Yeah.
Like we're at it's like for the first time ever, like that's something that I don't know if human history has ever experienced that.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like
where like the celebrities are looking up to like the nobodies. Yeah. Almost. That's weird. That's
what's crazy is it's been like the 2000, or I would say what is like the 2000s, or since like, or like the 20s, let's say like the 2020s or whatever, the past 5 years maybe has been just like tech based. You know what I mean? Like everything has been like either within like, within like computer esports or like
I
Twitter,
look at it like
that.
My like frame of reference for that timeline of like when it transitioned, like when, like basically when streaming and gaming became cool and accepted. To me, two things, and they're basically the same thing. One, Fortnite. Two, more specifically, Ninja streaming with Drake.
Oh yeah.
Like
I would say that
Fortnite in general, but then that stream with Drake is what put gaming on the map and made the world and the general population and the kind of everyman.
I would say
that like gaming's a thing. It's here to stay. It's here to continue to grow, and like. We are in a new age of celebrity. Yep.
The other one I would add on that is, okay, so you got Ninja basically, because back in the day, Fortnite and all that was like, like kid base. You know what I mean? Not really kid base, but like
younger
crowd. Yeah. Right. But another one that I would say that put streaming and esports on the map is, I know Twitch ain't gonna like this, but the man, the myth, the motherfucking legend, Dr. Disrespect. Yeah. That dude, what that guy has done for the entertainment industry is incredible.
I mean,
because the guy is introducing people at the fucking draft.
Yeah. See, but what's interesting with that is like
persona. People buy it, just like with Ninja. Yeah.
I want to know what Disrespect looks like without. Like,
you just go look up Guy Beam.
Well, no, not like that. Like, what is his like brand or whatever? Like, how big is he basically without like Fortnite and like Ninja also elevating it?
Yeah,
like if that never happened, like Disrespect before Fortnite was already kind of the face of Twitch and like really was that guy. Yeah, and then some people surpassed him. All this shit happens and he leaves Twitch, but like I don't know. I think all of it has moved up together. But for me, the big one was Fortnite.
Yeah, he played.
Fortnite was another one that like. That's when he started seeing age-wise like some of these 18, 19, 20-year-olds and like these kind of younger people that were going into professional sports.
Yeah.
But they had grown up with video games, so they were also streaming.
Yep.
Like the one that comes to mind is Josh Hart. Right, in the NBA. It's like, yeah, he went to the NBA, but like he's also just a gaming nerding dude. And like there's a lot of that age player going into these professional sports now.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're at a weird turning point.
Look up Rashad, if you ever get a chance, Rashad Jennings, a good guy, a good homie of mine. But he used to be a football player for the Oakland Raiders and fucking.
I say the name sounds familiar.
But he's now a streamer on Twitch. He plays Warzone all the time. Dude, fucking chill as shit. Literally, I hit him up one day.
And we have some other people like T-Pain, right? He's super entertaining streamer. Snoop Dogg joining FaZe.
Snoop Dogg's just fun. Snoop Dogg just turns the stream on, man, and just walks away for 2 days, and it is somehow like just crazy, you know.
It's a weird. It's weird. And it's weird for me because
I feel like alive, man.
It's probably weird for you too, given like you're 30 and all. Yeah. Like, I just feel like I've literally watched this. Yeah. And not like the same way that people like watch like professional sports, but it's like I've literally watched these platforms grow and these people grow. And like Chaos Silencer is another one that I used to watch back in the day on YouTube. And I still like I engage with a lot of his stuff on Twitter now, not really YouTube. But it's like he went and saw like the second Venom movie. I think he went and saw like the pre-showing for it. Like, just in what world does some like random individual that decided to fucking start posting videos on the internet get an invite to something like that?
That's what I'm saying, man.
You know, in what world does a guy go to college and learn how to code and becomes a map designer and becomes a streamer and then inducts people in the draft?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Well, this is the one thing I say like, especially within my career, I guess you could say, is streaming, that I have learned that shoot your shot, man. Like, literally shoot your shot.
That's been the number one lesson I learned last year.
There's nothing wrong with, like, you know, and this is what I tell people. I'm not saying go ask people foul for foul or and stuff like that. No, I was told a long time ago on Mixer by a good buddy of mine that, like, just stay in your own lane, pave your own lane, stay in that lane. There's no hard feelings. You know, if you decide to get off that exit and hit a gas station, you know, to network with someone or something, you know, but you pave your own lane. That's how you make your community and shit, and shoot your shots, you know. What's the worst that's going to happen? You know, they're not going to respond to you or something. Like, it's just like when Rashad Jennings, dude, he literally posted on Twitter one day, "Hey man, looking for some people to play Warzone with. Send me a message." I literally put a fucking chat in there. I'm like, with a raising hand emoji, like, "Hey, hit me up, dude. Hit me up." Good homies with a guy. It's just it's a crazy fucking time, you know. Like I can't even
like Hex, right? Like getting him on for that 20 minutes, like that was me just going like, I at the time didn't even have plans to go to Texas. It's like I wanted to, but I knew I couldn't. And then I sent that tweet. He responded like a week later, and I was like, well, fuck, I guess I got to go to Texas.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. There's no harm in shooting your shot, you know? Like it's just it's a crazy time. It's a crazy ride, dude. I wouldn't trade it for anything. Like I try telling my buddies in IRL, you know, about this shit. Like, you know, like I still love fishing. I still go hunting. I still do my own things and stuff, right? Like I still snowmobile and stuff. But like, this is my hobby. This is the way I like if I could do this as a full-time job all the rest of my life, I would love to do that. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And that's what I'm grinding to do. But like, I thoroughly enjoy this. And like, I try telling some of my homies, like, they're like, nah, man. He's like, bro, like they'll play Call of Duty or whatever, lay back in a lazy boy, you know, on a fucking 55-inch TV. You know what I mean? Like, to me, bro, like, like this is diehard gaming. You know what I mean? This is where you love it.
Like my coworkers and stuff, they're like, oh, like, is TV good for gaming? I'm like, I'm not the right dude to ask. Like, what do you mean? I was like, because I play on a monitor. Like, I want low input lag. Like, I want good response times. And they're like, oh, what the fuck is that? And I'm like, exactly. Like, the fact that you're asking me that question, like, we're just in two different fields of.
Yeah. I always say, like, when people ask me, they're like, yo, what TV would you go with? I'll be like, what frames does it get?
Yeah.
And they're like, what do you mean? What FPS does it have? Like, I don't 0. I'm like, well, yeah, you know what? I mean, you want at least 200 FPS, you know?
Nah, people come in and say, well, what TV should I get for like gaming? You tell them this. You say, get yourself a high-end Samsung or go with an OLED.
Yeah,
like
see, I mean, I
those are the
wouldn't
only
even know that,
two.
bro.
Those are the only two answers.
Yeah. The last TV
Like
I
if you want an
gamed on, man, was
actual
a
like,
box.
if you want an actual like good TV to game on, I don't even like Samsung TVs. They just make really good TVs for gaming.
Yeah.
But like pretty much you get no LED.
Yeah. Well,
But
I mean,
like,
Samsung too. Samsung's got those G7 Odysseys. I mean, they know what they're doing over there.
Yeah.
I'm sure. You know?
yeah. Oh, yeah. Samsung makes so many. I don't like them because I'm an Apple guy, and I just don't
Yeah.
like. I don't like the color in most of their screens. Is the thing.
Yeah.
But that's getting nerdy on it. But like that's what's always weird for me too. Like working like in the sales department in Costco and like selling TVs is like
Yeah.
where I am in California. It's a older crowd for the most part.
Yeah.
So it's like people
I
just
feel it, yeah.
people, they just
You're
ask
just selling
questions,
it.
and I'm like, you're not gonna understand the answer.
Yeah. Like I thought about doing a job like years ago up at the Micro Center, but I'm like, man, I'm too brutally honest. Like if they're gonna come in, they're like, yo, is this good for? I'm gonna be like, no, that's shit, bro. You're gonna want that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'd be a terrible salesman when it comes to that because I'm like, you know, you're gonna want to go with this.
That's my bread and butter right there.
Yeah. I mean, I like sales and shit, but like, I'm too truthful when it comes to that shit.
Yep. But that's a nice thing though. With I'm not commissioned, so no pressure. That.
Well, yeah, and you can't beat that. Then,
yeah. A lot of people they'll ask me like, oh, like, well, do you get credit for that or anything? I'm like, no,
Yeah.
like it, and they're like, really? And I'm like, yeah, no, it actually makes my job 10 times easier, and it makes your experience better too. Because like, I could have sold you a $3,000 TV, but instead I sold you one for like 500 because
that I'm not a piece of shit.
Yeah. Most of the time, anyway.
Yeah,
All right.
he says most of the time.
This is actually a good. We were just talking about content and everything, and streaming and hardcore gaming, as you put it. If you could join OpTic or be involved with OpTic in any way, shape, or form, what would you want to do for them and why? Like basically, if you could work for OpTic, what would you want to do?
Bro, I'd be their fucking mascot, yo. You know, I'd be the hype man. You know, just like I would try to just keep all the positive vibes you possibly can. You know, whether it be, you know, me drinking out of a shoe and putting smiles on faces and shit, or you know, doing something else. Like I would literally do anything. You know, I'm here for the vibes. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, I would love to be a streamer one day down the road for them. I feel like I got to get my content up a lot more. I got to get my uploading a lot more on YouTube. You know, I would love to be either one of them for OpTic. One day to just be anything. You know, even if they need security. Yo, Hex, Scump, you need security? Hit me up, man.
He's a big dude.
I mean, I'm your guy. I'm your guy, bro.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll hug them. You know, if they come up to you, I'll just hug them and walk them away, you know?
Just bear hug tactic?
Yeah, just bear hug. No, not the time, bro. Not the time.
Nope, later. You come back later. You see on Twitter, you see a meetup, you come back then.
Yeah. Like I'll just be the door. Like I'll be your door for like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but nah, bro. Like it'd be a dream come true. To you know what I'm saying? Like I'm a humble kind of guy. The way I try to be as humble possible. You know, like you know, just like I said, we go into that major one experience and meeting Hex and just like sharing those few words with him was fucking cool as shit. You know, or doing the like shit like that. That was awesome as hell. Like, when I went to Major 2, I got invited for the VIP party for the rocker event.
Oh, nice.
So that was really cool too. So, you know, unfortunately it was after OpTic lost to the Mutineers, you know. So like it like for instance, like I saw Scumpy down there, I saw Rambo down there. I think those are the only I saw TST obviously down there in Hilton, but like it just you know, it didn't feel right walking up to him and trying to fangirl and be like, hey man, you know, like doing stuff like that.
I'll be right back. My dogs are losing it right now.
You're good, bro. You're all good, man.
Oh, no, I think we're good. I think we're good. We're good. All right, we keep rolling.
Yeah, but so
we got about 20 minutes left.
Okay.
Before I gotta get ready to get to work. I do have some other stuff on here. You know, I wanted to talk about the Pro Loop pickup, but beforehand, we did mention like we don't really know much about him, so I don't know how much we could have really talked about. It does look like he's been frying.
It seemed like he did good. Yeah, it seemed like he was a good addition. You know, it's just like I just gotta see more.
I wanted to talk a little bit about Modern Warfare 2 and maybe some movies, but instead, I think something that would be a better conversation to kind of finish this out is kind of like your content. Like what?
Okay.
So like obviously you said you'd love to be a streamer, entertainer, like you think you're a funny dude, at least within your friend group, like you're kind of that guy. What like before you said you have some big stuff planned. I don't know if there's anything like you can talk about, but like what are your plans? What kind of content do you make? Do you stream on a schedule? Like just kind of what does your content look like? Right?
I got you. So right now I stream on Twitch, DaBoozer _ Unfortunately, I can't get the full DaBoozer or Boozer name right now. I stream right now 2 times a day, 5 days a week, 1 time on Saturday and Sundays. Right now I'm off. Well, that's going to be changing here soon. I want to start doing some I got some things like I'm trying to get more community based where I want to do at least 1 to 2 community like game nights where it's not just a sub night. Like, you know, because I want to do sub nights too, but like it's for everyone, you know, we can play like Monopoly, Uno, fucking Pummel Party, whatever we got, you know. I'm starting to get some clips and editing back through. So I also have a YouTube that's going to be posted on a lot more concurrent. I want to be doing shorts on there. I'm making a new TikTok that's going to be having gameplay shorts, and I want to try doing some of these like weird TikTok challenges. Some people said that like, you know, hey man, you should try these. It'd be funny to watch you do this. So I'm going to try doing some of those too. We'll see how they go. The biggest thing I got in work right now, like I can reveal is like I'm working on getting merch for my stream, merch for the community. That's the biggest thing. And it's just like I got a lot of ideas that I'm trying to get put to paper. You know what I mean? It's just you know, there's just not enough time in the day and just not enough dollars in the wallet sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm enjoying the grind and I'm just doing me, baby. You know, like and just am here for the ride. So if you guys ever want to stop by and hang out with the Booze crew or become part of the Boozers Anonymous, you know, you're more than welcome to, you know.
Dude, I like those are some good names.
We're just a bunch of degenerates.
Dope names. And I feel like there's some really cool like designs that can come off of that too.
I got some pretty cool ideas right now that I got my one buddy working on drawing up. There's gonna be some Shoey related things, is what I'll say.
That makes sense.
I have an idea. I mean, so other people could do shoeys and not have to do it out of their shoes, though. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, you'll see more of it. You can follow me on Twitter. You can follow me anywhere on I'm sorry. You can follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitch. You can follow me at YouTube as well. There's only really 3 main platforms I use right now.
Yeah, and that'll all be linked, of course, to anyone listening or watching. Like description, as always. The first links that you see in there are always going to be the guest of the episode. So mostly gaming content then.
Right now, it's mainly gaming. I do a lot. I'm really into the Apex season right now, grinding the Apex. I'm a huge diehard BR fan. So right now, it's going to be a lot of just the Apex grind during the gameplay. I've been doing some just chatting, you know, with a chat here and there. The biggest thing I'm working on, because I just bought a brand new DSLR camera that we're going to be hooking up to stream, and then I want to start getting some more IRL vlogs. Like start doing the vlog and learn how to edit on my own. So what I want to do is basically the editing for game clips is going to be done by my homie Aspera, and anything vlog wise, I'm basically going to do it myself and learn as I go. But I think it'd be pretty cool to show outside the gaming, you know, what I do as well, like what I weld on, some of the projects I'm working on, you know, some of the food spots that are around here, you know, just so you can see how basically out in, you know, BFE I live and shit, you know. So it's like there's some cool things, you know, like even it's like meeting up with like, you know, when I met up with Tate and shit and we would go out and just kick it or something, or like just doing things like that. Like there's going to be more of that coming down the road as well. It's going to be a lot more current.
What camera did you end up getting?
That Sony fucking 1000 thing, I think it is, or whatever. Or is it the 8000 or something? I'd have to Google it.
Just Sony.
My parents just used it literally not that long ago.
Gotcha.
I think it's like Sony song. It's one of the mirrorless ones.
Yeah, probably one of the Alpha series, like A6000 or something like that.
Yeah, that's what it is. A6000. I knew it's one of the thousands or something. So it's A6000, I think it is. But so I want to get like
It's a solid camera.
The Rode mic for or whatever down the road, but like it's just like I said, it's just gotta just slowly getting into it. Trust me, if I had the fucking bankroll right now, baby, oh yeah, I would.
No, I feel
right now
it,
the main thing is trying to get moved. As soon as I'm no more renting and moved, we're good.
Yeah, because like for me, like it's always fun when I have like other creators on here instead of just like fans. Because like I don't know, you get to just bounce things off and see like how other people are doing it. I feel like there's always something for me to learn. But like the biggest thing I struggle with is like I want to make content in so many different areas.
Oh yeah, it's hard, man.
It really tends to work best if you just stick with like one or two things for a while and like build that community. Big E actually just did a video on that.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I want this channel to be mostly obviously the brick by brick, which I've even debated making a brick by brick channel that's just for the podcast.
Yeah, I mean that's not a bad idea either. No.
And then like I'll probably end up doing that down the road.
Yeah.
And then
that's what I would do because like that's how I'm trying to do is kind of like separate my content a little bit. Is so I'll have like I said like the YouTube channel and the TikTok for like the shorts and stuff, right? And like I'll have that TikTok for doing some of the challenges or whatever. But I wanted to like split it all up, not all under just one thing. You know what I mean? Where like IRL videos will be under a different tag or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I would love to get a podcast going. I've always thought about doing like called the After Hours podcast where, you could have a cocktail, or whatever,
I have
beverage, just chilling.
A list on my phone of just different content ideas. And I have one from 2014 or 15 that it originally was like going to be a streaming thing, but I think now would work better as a podcast. But I don't know, we might bring it into a stream because I do want to start streaming more consistently. But it was basically just like late night, like deep talks, like that shit you're thinking about at like 2 a.m. and you fucking just like, oh shit, like
roll something up, have yourself a nice cognac or something, bro, and just sit there bullshit with your friends,
Yeah, that's something that the idea was originally inspired by Big Timer. I just don't remember what video of his or what stream inspired it. But it's on my phone from like 2014 or 15 or something.
Yeah. You know how they got the videos like TST, Big Timers even got them too, of the reaction videos, like reacting to your epic fails or like Steve Harvey's.
I did a reaction to my I did kind of 2 reaction videos like within the last month and a half, and they're actually a lot of fun to do. Like,
oh, dude, they're so
one
fun,
of them, it wasn't necessarily a reaction, but it was like my top 5 favorite sniper montages of all time, or my top 5 favorite Call of Duty montages. Yeah. And then the reaction one was me reacting to my first ever montage that went up in like 2012, Modern Warfare 3. Those were both really fun videos, actually. Like, and I want to do more gaming related content, but I actually don't love making gaming content.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like with the name Astro and everything, like it's more gamer-esque. Yeah. At the beginning of the year, I did do some like streamer tips type things. Yeah. And I think the knowledge is there. I just don't think I deliver it the best way.
Yeah.
So
Aaron, I got this one. I know you're recording and you can cut this out too. So if you wanted to, but here's an idea that I've always thought about, right? That if you know how people got the reaction videos, right? Or like, let's say you, like, for instance, you don't necessarily want to do the gameplay or whatever, but you like watching the gameplay, the montages. So I always thought about you doing a podcast style, right? But you got like, let's say 4 friends, or you have like your 2 main hosts or whatever, and like 2 different other guests or whatever, invited differently every other week or every other show. And you sit down, you watch like the best videos of that week that came out or something, the epic fails or whatever, and you guys get the genuine reactions of like 4 or 5 people sitting right there. Because dude, I'll tell you what, like there's been times like I'll be sitting in my living room, with my brother at the time, like when he was living here, and we'd be sitting there with like some homies over and we'd be watching. It's just our reactions, man, in the comments. Yeah. Like, oh my God, bro, it's gold. It's just gold.
See, for me, like probably the number one area of content that the number one thing I want to try to find a way to make content around it, I just haven't decided on like how, is something regarding movies.
Yeah, that'd be like, have you seen Pine Park's Hutches yet movie thing? Have you seen any of that yet?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So
That's like he does reviews like that. That's dope.
I've thought about it for a while, and I love movies. I talk about them on Twitter. I always keep up to date with Hutch's movie reviews and stuff on Twitter.
Yeah.
And then it was something. What movie was it? It was recently. I tweeted about it. Like I quote tweeted it, saying like, "That's it. I'm gonna start incorporating movies into my content." And like that's the tweet that really made me go like, you know what? Like I really fucking got to do this.
Was it Batman? Because I know everybody was talking about Batman when it dropped. Dude.
Batman's great. It's 10 out of 10 film.
I haven't seen it.
10 out of 10 film.
Bro, I'm just not a fan of 3-hour movies. The only 3-hour movie I like is Lord of the Rings.
I watched the extended edition of those. First time I've ever watched all the Lord of the Rings movies.
Oh, so good.
Not Hobbit, just Lord of the Rings. And I watched the extended. They're actually way better than I was expecting.
Oh, so good. Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know if I want to go podcast format.
That's the part of the adventure, man. Is like you go on with it. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what you're gonna do, but like
format,
you said,
like short. Yeah. I struggle with short form content because I'm really bad at like condensing my thoughts down to like a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. That's
but
something
you can just use those TikToks or those shorts or whatever as like a teaser to a longer video. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and I've messed around with that on this podcast
that?
for a little bit. The episode 6 last week was actually the first episode I didn't clip up and make individual videos off of. And I don't know if that was a good or a bad thing. It was nice, like taking a workload. I tell you,
I love seeing the clips. I love seeing the clips off of anybody's podcast. Yeah. That's just me personally.
Well,
like
me too.
That
like,
gets me to go see it.
Yeah, like I love watching them, so I figured I should do that. But it was nice, like not having to edit it because like I basically have to like I speed through like an hour to 2 hours of podcast recording, and then I just kind of like mark out like the couple of good moments. Yeah. And then trim those down to like 2, 3, 4, 5 minute videos and then try to also make them into shorts. Yeah. And sometimes when you take it from like 5 minutes down to a 1 minute short, like sometimes that can get really hard because the conversation doesn't always allow you to cut that much out of it. Otherwise you lose too much context.
I can tell you this, man. You this is the 7th episode and you've already had seventh
episode of season 2.
Season 2. How many episodes total?
This is like episode, like of a full length one, I think like 19 or 20. But I've done a couple like live, like at Champs, I did like a live one.
Okay.
So like, all right, like in total, like we can just say around like 21.
You've already had Hex on your thing, man. Like, bro, you can't get any better.
I'm very
for
confident that I'm doing something right. This is, this is my favorite thing.
You keep rolling with these punches, baby. I'm telling you right now, I love doing podcasts. I love to talk and bullshit with people.
Me too. That's why I started doing
it. Like if you added more people, even if you added like more people down the road, like, like more guests at a time, like for instance, when they did that roundtable video did you watch that roundtable video?
Yeah.
Roundtable video for OpTic?
With like Rambo and
it was Rambo and everybody. That was awesome. Yeah, that right there would be fucking killer ideas.
I want to, in season 3, assuming I'm going to continue doing a seasonal format, which I go back and forth. Sometimes I'm like, it'd be nice to just have episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 100, 200, like, or seasons. I like that too.
I mean, whatever way you're doing it, man.
I don't think it really fucking matters, honestly.
No.
But like, I want to get to a point where I can do weekly episodes.
Yeah.
But like, basically, the reason I do it every other week is to give myself the 2 weeks to edit it down and everything.
Yeah, no, I feel that. I feel that.
I want it because like I have enough people.
The more you do it, the more you do it, you'll get like editors. I guarantee you'll probably get people who be like, "Hey, man, I'll edit for you."
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 9 people, like 9 different guests that I've reached out to and are interested in coming on, and I haven't scheduled. One of which is D-Treats. He wants to come on. He's just kind of hard to get a hold of.
That would be dope.
That'll be like another kind of big one. I do have a spare guy on here.
Nice.
Yeah, so a lot of these people are people I met at Major One. The first big guest I was supposed to get on, but it never ended up happening, but I still hope it does one day, is Hex's brother, actually.
Oh, bro, that would be dope. That would be dope.
Yeah.
Like even if you got both, bro, I bet you if you got tumors
but like
on there.
I also have like I have a couple guys that they were on season 1 and they're super good friends and they want to come back on and do like them two plus me.
Yeah.
Which my only hesitation on that is I would just have to get my overlay remade to account for 3 webcams, which is like not a big deal.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I think
that. Let's see. I got about 30 minutes before I got to get to work, so I think that'll wrap it up. Thanks for coming on. Man. We definitely got to do another one. Pretty much every person I have on, like I want to have them back on down the road. The thing I love about this is like because I don't go to events that often, it's gonna be wild 2-3 years from now when I've had 50, 60 people on this thing. Yeah. And then like I go to an event and I actually like know everybody. It's like I only knew you like
you get to look back at it. You know what I mean? You get to look back at that shit.
It's like I met you at Major 1. Mm-hmm. I didn't know who the hell you were. Like we just like kicked it off in line waiting in VIP, just bullshitting.
Waiting in line for 4 days.
cool dude and everything. Like hit you up, like connections, everything. I know you've talked with Token a bit about various things.
Yeah. He's good people too, man.
Yeah. I started doing the Behind the Bricks little shout out show that he started on his channel, which is cool.
Yeah.
Show some love back to the Green Wall. And
that's what I love about this
now. It's like if I didn't know you were, a welder by trade, started in like early Halo. So it's like now next time I see you at an event, like I actually know you. Yeah.
I don't just drink out of shoes.
He doesn't just drink out of shoes. No. He drinks out of G Fuel bottles too.
Yeah, everything. That's what it looks like.
Anything. So it's always good. And what's cool too, like my other favorite part is like not just me, but like anyone watching or listening, like they also know you now. And if they see you at this, plus like everybody wants to share how they got introduced to OpTic. Yeah. This is a platform for the people.
Yeah.
This is the platform.
That's what I love about it, man.
As Token puts it, this is the #1 fan-based esports podcast.
Oh, hands down.
The only fan-based esports podcast.
Hands down, bro. Hands down. So, I love this shit, man.
Yeah, I love it. It gets me every couple of weeks. I do the episode and I'm like right back in we got all hyped, excited.
Yeah, I'm excited to go to a fucking event now.
Me too.
You know what I mean?
The only event I'll probably go to the rest of the year is like probably Champs, depending on where it is.
Yeah. Everyone just let me know about it, man. Like I said, we're going to have a big group of us.
And episode 69, we might have to have you back on.
Yeah, bro. Hey, man, like I said, I'm always down for that
Anonymous.
shit, man.
That we get the Boozers
by then, by episode 69, man, we'll have a whole new pad and everything. We'll have the merch out. We'll have a good.
Yes, sir.
Good.
All right. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for anyone watching, tuning in, listening. Appreciate you all. See you guys in the next one.
Cheers,
Make sure you guys go check them out. Links in the description. I'm out.